Hello, my name is Husnara Begum and I am a careers consultant at BARBRI. I'm also the editor of a new careers and lifestyle magazine called cheekylittle.careers.com. In this short video, I'm going to be talking about qualifying work experience, or QWE. QWE is the compulsory 2 years worth of work-based learning that all aspiring solicitors qualifying under the new solicitors qualifying exam route will need to complete. There are quite a number of advantages with QWE when compared to the traditional training contract. Firstly, it can be completed within 4 different organisations. Secondly, it can be done in stages. So what you can do as a student is complete your SQE Part 1 exams and then do some work experience and then pursue your Part 2 exams. With regard to what counts as qualifying work experience, again, it is quite broad and includes paralegaling, volunteering in a law clinic. It can also include a placement during a sandwich degree, and it can also include the traditional training contract, especially at the moment whilst we're in this transitional period. There are a couple of important points to remember when thinking of qualifying work experience. Firstly, please avoid this "I'm going to just gain the experience" by any means necessary, just so that you can get admission into the role. Of course, that's important because that's the whole point of training, so that you can get your practicing certificate. But that alone is not going to give you career fulfillment. The most important bit, of course, is getting a job at the end of your training, assuming the organisation you do your last placement with is unable to retain you as a newly qualified solicitor. So any qualified work experience you get, I believe, should be in some way connected to the areas of law you potentially want to specialise in once you complete your training. So, for example, if your heart is set on working in a commercial law firm environment, then spending half your qualifying work experience volunteering in a law clinic, although completely relevant and will be sufficient to get you over the finishing line, you may find that from a CV value-adding perspective, employers will favour the candidate who has the more commercial experience. Similarly, if you want to specialise in family law, then a period of qualifying work experience that heavily features working in a family law environment will be much more beneficial from a CV enhancing perspective. So it's really worth remembering that. Another question I get asked about qualifying work experience is, can I count the paralegaling experience I've already gained towards my QWE? In theory, yes, of course you can, because you can gain QWE retrospectively. In practice, though, it may be a little bit more challenging, especially if you've lost contact with the employer that you were paralegaling with, because they will need to feel sort of happy with the fact that the work that you've done does count as QWE, as defined by the Solicitors Regulation Authority. If in doubt, my advice is pretty straightforward, that a lot of the questions you're likely to have about QWE is really a conversation between you and your employer. Though they would need to have pretty compelling reasons not to confirm your experience, they would still need to feel relatively confident that the day-to-day responsibilities you've been given would enable you to develop some of the competencies as outlined by the Solicitors Regulation Authority. I hope that helps. Good luck with your pursuit for qualifying into the profession, and take care.